think the other thing, Brian, too, is like it's like you're kind of putting women in a rock and a hard place. Like there's no way to win. Like
what do you mean?
Like you're saying that
missed the mark.
Yeah, like 20 early 20s-year-old women are like the ideal, but then you shame women who get like plastic surgery and things like that are trying to basically, because there's so many men out there saying younger women are hotter, they look better, etc. So they're, when they try to like take care of themselves, like, you know, through any kind of plastic surgery whatsoever to reverse the clock a little bit, then they're shamed as well. So it's like there's no winning.
Plastic surgery doesn't make you look younger. It just makes you look weird at the age you are, in my view. I think plastic surgery.
Do you think I look weird?
What have you had done?
Like I had fat transfer in my face. I touched my eyebrows. I did plastic surgery.
We need to be specific here when we say plastic surgery, because there's different kinds of procedures. Typically, the more common things when I think of plastic surgery would be
boob job.
Yes,
like
breast.
BBL.
Okay.
I have done that.
So breast implants, BBL, lipo, and lip fillers.
I have
those
done
are the
lipo.
four. Those are the four that, at least for me, absolutely not. And then also labiaplasty. Get the fuck out of here. Don't do that shit.
I do liposuction and I do work out very, very hard, but like whenever I feel like, oh, I want to upgrade this, just like how I upgrade my phone or upgrade my lifestyle, I upgrade myself too. I'm like, I like it this way, so I'm gonna go do that for myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm so sorry for interrupting.
No, go ahead.
So I have a question too.
It's a lot
with
of
the younger
questions.
girls, with your, and I'm not shaming you. You can date whoever, but with with that age range, girls tend to be a little bit tend to be more naive. They can be easily controlled. They can be more easily
manipulated,
impressed. They're easily impressed. When I talk to them and I hear them talk about what their boyfriends do for them, I'm like, oh my God, wow. Like I remember being that young and being like so. Is that a reason why you also like to date younger? Besides being highly sexually attractive, they are. I could never compete with a 18-year-old. I definitely know that. But it's also that thing because to be honest, when it comes to psychology, compatibility is always the number one factor.
True.
That when it comes to being a successful relationship. So
Okay, sure.
Answer that question.
Sure. Well, there's a few things there. First off, I kind of reject this it's easier to control thing. I mean, it's not a control thing. Always with the shaming language when it comes to men's preferences, but you could argue that women actually have quite a bit of power when it comes to, because women are the gatekeepers of sex. The other thing I would point out is say a woman who's 30, who's like really like, let's say the clock is ticking and she's like, I need to find a guy. You could actually make the argument that a woman in their 30s is more, you could more readily manipulate her because she's like really seeking out something long term.
Where the younger woman has much more options.
A younger woman
time.
like is, yeah. So I mean, but okay, what's your what is the question? I mean,
is one of the reasons that 18-year-olds are more, besides being sexually attractive, because I don't see what else you see in an 18-year-old. She's bangable.
Well, okay, sure. There's more. Okay, so in addition to just like on an intellectual level, being like, okay, I think women between the age of like 18 to 25, just again, don't shoot the messenger. A lot of men think this way. They might not admit it too. Would say like objectively, like I think that's the peak age range when it comes to physical attractiveness.
Absolutely.
It's also just an evolutionary biological thing, because it's related to fertility. Younger women are more fertile. So not only can you intellectualize, like she actually looks more physically attractive on an intellectual level. Younger women are more capable of bearing children. So there's a built-in evolutionary attraction trigger for men to prefer younger women because they're more fertile. Mm-hmm. And that's a pretty large basis of physical attraction.
But what I'm asking you is the one of the most important things is that there's also the emotional intimacy, vulnerability part. Like, how do you connect to an 18-year-old? Because as a 30, we're all the same age. I cannot connect to someone. I also love
Men
hot
and women
men.
are different. Men and women are different.
We are different. But I'm asking you how you connect to an 18-year-old when it comes to intimacy, vulnerability, because compatibility is a very strong factor to relationship success. So I'm just asking you, how do you get to that intimacy part when it comes to connecting?
Okay, sure. So
We're not shaming you for being attracted to younger women. It's just what else besides their attractiveness
Like,
do you
do you
like?
guys ask?
Okay,
Do you have
let
another
him,
woman?
let
There's
him
a lot.
answer. Let
No,
him answer.
And
yeah.
besides like biological
Okay,
stuff,
let
like
him answer.
well, but I mean, what like
besides that.
Okay, let him
the
answer.
biological
you
reasons
don't
are
even, you don't
pretty
even want kids
substantial.
though, so does it
Well,
matter?
no, I didn't necessarily. I'm a little on the fence when it comes to kids.
Okay.
I couldn't. We'll see how life goes. I have my own dilemmas in life that may want me. Jesus, I can't speak tonight. Or any night for that matter. That may want me to not have kids, but I'm on the fence. I do want to have kids, but we'll see how life goes. Okay, so what you're saying, what is the compatibility with someone who's younger? I'll tell you this. As someone who's dated women my age, who's dated women who are even older than me into their 40s, I can tell you that the same bullshit that you deal with in any sort of relationship can manifest itself at any age. I know and I've dated some immature people who are in their 30s. I'm sure some of you here who are in your 30s, late 30s, early 30s. I think you're 42, correct? We have quite a few people here in their 30s. Maybe some of you in your 20s have dated people in your 30s. How's their maturity level? Like, it's not.
Sometimes
it's
it
really
depends. Sometimes it
but like,
depends.
to say that dating someone your age is going to be a guarantee that there's compatibility and that there's maturity is fallacious. In the same way that there's someone who could be 21 that's actually very compatible with you, very mature, and then the additional benefits, low body count, likely to be low body count as the more years you've been on this planet, the more people you fucked, you know?
Well, it's both way.
What's your body
It's
count,
both
Ryan?
way.
Well, we can get into that later, but typically, like, as you get older, like, your body count increases.
But that's
both
also
way.
false. But that can also be false, though.
Well, sure, you could be 35 and have three sexual partners, and you could be 18 and have 30 sexual partners. We've had girls on the show who at 18, 19, 20, 21 have had 50, 60, 70, 100 plus sexual partners. So of course it's not like, but that same person at 18 is likely to have more sexual partners by the time she reaches 28. So, and certainly if I look at a 33-year-old woman, when she was 23, she probably had fewer sexual partners when she was 23. Obviously, I can't time travel and go hook up with her when she was 23. But so body count's important. Men prefer women with low body. Well, most men prefer women with lower body count.
I feel like I also want that.
Well,
for my man
agree
too.
with
I
that.
don't want you to be like
I agree with that.
50.
But
So,
I guess you have to.
don't want that.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Will,
Like,
will you say this to another girl? Will you ask a girl, why are
No,
you dating
because-
someone that is 10 years younger?
No,
Will you?
Actually,
I agree.
yeah.
Because I'm
Why?
the same way.
it's like very different life
I
stages.
prefer.
So when you meet
a more
someone, the first
younger
thing-
looking-
one mic, guys.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you on that, but definitely I feel like it's a very generalized view. But with the whole, they're more sexually attractive, I completely agree. And with the same thing, you can meet an immature person at 30 and you can,
Sure.
I completely agree.
And don't get me wrong. It's not like I exclusively date young women. Like I've said, I date women my age in their 30s. I find women who are in their 30s attractive. However, I'm not going to like sit here and lie to you and say that I don't know how to perfectly articulate this, but women between the ages of say 18 to 25, me personally, and I think I speak for a lot of men here. Now there's a question of, can we get those women? That's a different question. But I would say those women, purely speaking, physical attractiveness, I think they're the most physically attractive.
Right.
And I think to both men and women, physical attraction is very, very important.
It is.
Well, and I think we're leaving one really important thing out here, which is women in that age range tend to go for men in their 30s who are established and make money and things of that nature. Is it the right thing to do? We can all have our own opinions on that, but that
My
is
DMs are
what
open.
those women are seeking from 18 to 25 is, they're going for 30-year-olds.
Right.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I also want to add, like you meet someone, like either through work or through here and there, and you don't ask about how old are you, like there's a chemistry, you guys get along, and then and then, oh wow, we are like have an age gap of 7 years. So what do you do with that? Or just because you're 7 years older than me or younger than me, I'm not gonna date you? No, I'm gonna date you because I feel like I have compatibility with you. So age doesn't matter in that sense.
Also, I just think that, women who are between the ages of, say, 18 to 25 typically have less relationship baggage than women who are in their 30s. So, I mean, that's another component. That's related to body count. The more people you've slept with, the more relationship baggage that you've probably accrued.